season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins. Cousins looking to put it up right away. And incomplete to open things up. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center. Now Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's putted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's caught. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Gano's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a gain there of 21 yards. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Cousins now from the 50. This goes out wide from Madison. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
First down, here's Cousins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And nothing but green grass here. Middle of the field. Past the 20. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg, rolling to his right. And a completion to Wilson. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a give to Madison. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Another carry now for Madison. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. To throw is Cousins. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing Jones. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in the face there, Parker. That is a rare completion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd down and goal. Jones. And he just chopped that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Jones now going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jones throwing for it. And this is going to be good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime, unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. pressure. Too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on 2nd and 16, Cousins. Wilson's got it complete. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've reached... Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Jones on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw. Jones. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is going to have the Giants' 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Looking to throw. Jones going for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Jones. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. picked off by Lewis. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Back near the goal line, Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The throw for Tony is intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So that, Charles, is maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. One quarter remains here in Week 16. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. 2nd and 5 now. Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact in the next-gen stats. A good pick up there, 22. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. When you put up a token press, make sure you get up there and make...
Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 27 yards. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Giants ready to come out now. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Here's Jones throwing on first down. And that's complete to Shepard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one a first down pickup of 8. Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. A handoff to Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Saquon Barkley. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it's Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because
it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharply moving it down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Now back to throw. Completes this to Jefferson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The New York set to take the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now Cousins. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.